Yes, guys, today I'll be showing you my tactics that I use in the Elite Division. Now, I use 4-2-2, I use 4-4-1-1, 4-2-1-3. These are all formations that I use. Formations change depending on the way my opponent is playing. Not one formation is better than the other formation. With that being said, guys, previously I showed you the 4-2-2 tactics, still using it time to time. 4-4-1-1, I am starting the games with now. Now, this is my favorite formation since FC24. If you've been watching my channel, don't blindly copy the code because this isn't the tactic that I use, okay? There are some changes to it, and I will explain them now. For the striker, since I have Thierry Henry, he has advanced forward plus plus, he has plus plus in almost every role except poacher. Now it depends on your style of play, guys. Target forward is a very good instruction for the 4-4-1-1, but I use advanced forward. Why advanced forward? Because the runs on advanced forward are better. Advanced forward support is good, but it is better if you use it in a two striker formation. Like one of your striker can be support and the other one can be on attack. For a single striker formation, I prefer attack. This is what I am using. But if you feel there is more isolation between your cam and striker, you can use target forward. Now, cam, guys, I have tried every instruction. For me, I tell you guys time and time again that the best instruction indeed is playmaker plus plus, and the roles on the cam is very important. The playstyles on your cam are very important. The reason I am playing 4-4-1-1 is Bobby Charlton, and the reason I am using Bobby Charlton is because of his playstyles, which I will talk to you guys about. Now, for your LM and RM, if I'm being honest, I don't like both of them on inside forward. One on wide midfielder, one on inside forward is good. I talked highly about wide midfielder at the start of the game. If you need more defensive support, wide midfielder defend is really good. But because she has finesse, I use her as inside forward. As finesse shot is best used on inside forward. For the RM, I can use winger as well or wide playmaker. But yeah, I'm using inside forward. Bale can still hit finesse shots on precision shooting, even though he doesn't have the plus play style, but he's really good on finesse if you use precision shooting. Now for your CMs, this is what I like. One on holding, one on deep lying build up. Ideally, I would use both on deep lying build up. Yep, this is something I really like. Deep lying build up is the most offensive yet the most defensive role you can get. Does it make sense? Let me make it make sense. Deep lying playmaker, they stay back. Focus set to build up, they are more like stay back while attacking CMs like last year. Holding, defend, they are more defensively solid, but they don't provide that passing option. I need a passing option. I want to recycle. I have been saying it since the start of the game. Recycling is the most overpowered way of scoring goals. That means going in the wings and pulling the ball back in the middle of the park, right? I would suggest use one guy as a wing back, but I trigger manual runs. If you don't trigger manual runs, you want to create 2 versus 1 against the opponent's fullback. In this game, you will always have space for the overlapping fullback, which you want to ideally exploit, right? If you want more defensive stability, use fullback, balanced, okay? And then you can manually trigger the run. Now, fullback defend is really popular, especially amongst pros. You can use it. It can provide you a little bit more defensive stability the moment you lose the ball, but after you have lost the ball for a while, this is the natural shape they will get in. But yeah, some people swear by it. I don't like it. I personally prefer fullback balanced as it allows me to play the ball out of high press very easily. Fullback defend, they are a little bit narrow while building up. I don't like it, but if you want more stability, this is something you could try. Right? For the tactics, defensive depth high is the best one, especially against really good players. But I am using balanced as I am able to keep the shape and just use offside traps. If you don't know how to use manual offside traps, I would suggest using high, right? Counter is really good after the patch, but I prefer balance. Short passing is something I used to use a lot, but nowadays I don't use it anymore. I use balanced here. And sometimes if I'm playing someone really good and if they're playing 4-2-1-3, I use high. Now, some people say 4-4-1 counters the 4-2-1-3. I don't think so. Both of these formations counter each other depending on who is playing these formations. If a better player is playing 4-2-1-3 against someone who isn't as good, he will definitely counter his 4-2-1-3. If someone knows how to press in a 4-4-1-1, he will counter the 4-2-1-3. I would suggest be honest with yourself and see if you're really good at manual defending. Yes, the 4-4-1-1 can counter the 4-2-1-3 because you're able to apply a lot of pressure on the opponent's attacker as there is a little bit isolation between the CDMs, cams, and the wingers, right? You can have that advantage. of pressing the opponent with your cam, with your CMs, with your LM, with your RM. That is the advantage you have over the 4-2-1-3. Otherwise, 4-2-1-3 is really good. You cannot build up against a 4-2-1-3 in a 4-4-1-1 if the opponent is knowing what he is doing. The two CDMs will block your middle cam for sure. And if you don't know how to open up the space for the middle cam, you'll get stuck. Regardless, 4-2-1-3 is an insane formation, but I prefer 4-4-1-1. I like CMs more than CDMs, but CDMs defensively are way more important. So it's your preference at the end of the day. This is how I use the 4-2-1-3 attack. Inside forward roaming, okay? Inside forward roaming, playmaker for the reasons that we have discussed. You can use playmaker build up if you want to lessen the gap between CDMs and the cam. For the CDMs, I use build up. Build up, it is the most offensive instruction possible for the CDMs, and I always advise using it. You can use holding, but that is too defensive. I don't like it. Fullback, balanced, or defend, like I've explained. If you want to build up, it's better to use balanced. Otherwise, you can use defend. Okay. Goalkeeper, I use balanced. Goalkeeper plus plus. Guys, high is what I use in a 4-2-1-3, as I have CDMs. I have more stability at the back. Build up style is balanced. I ideally prefer 4-4-1-1 over this formation, but it is the best formation in the game. 4-2-2 is still very good. Now, guys, before you leave the video, I talked about playstyles, incisive and long ball. Get your cam with these playstyles. The first time through balls with incisive are absolutely insane. Okay, so if you can have a cam with incisive and long ball, you'll have a lot of success playing 4-4-1-1 and 4-2-1-3. Don't forget to hit that like button. Until next time, I'll see you.